Coca-Cola is in the midst of a massive, strategic, and profoundly impactful overhaul of its domestic operations, a comprehensive transformation that is poised to fundamentally reshape its entire U.S. footprint and business model for the foreseeable future. Welcome viewers to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, like my video and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. This ambitious restructuring initiative is set to result in the definitive and permanent closure of a total of 5 key production and distribution centers located throughout the United States. This significant, and frankly, sweeping corporate action is projected to eliminate close to 900 jobs, making it one of the single largest waves of domestic layoffs the beverage giant has initiated in recent memory, a move that has sent ripples of economic uncertainty and social upheaval through local communities and employee populations. What makes this specific action particularly noteworthy, unique, and even controversial, is that it is not being undertaken as a reaction to any form of financial distress, economic downturn, or poor corporate performance. On the contrary, Coca-Cola's financial health remains remarkably robust, strong, and even thriving. Its sales figures are consistently high, and its strategic pricing has proven to be highly effective and successful in the current, competitive market landscape. The difficult and calculated decision to cut jobs and shutter these long-standing facilities is instead a proactive and forward-thinking step driven by a corporate-wide push for greater operational efficiency, a more automated system, and a leaner, more agile, and streamlined business model. It stands as a classic, modern, and stark example of a corporation prioritizing a technologically advanced, automated, and leaner supply chain over maintaining its existing, long-standing employment structures and traditional manufacturing facilities. The company is actively choosing to invest in machinery and process optimization over human capital in these specific locations, a clear signal of its future direction. The impact of these closures is geographically widespread and deeply felt, affecting communities in 3 key states: California, Florida, and Massachusetts, all of which are now grappling with the immediate and long-term economic and social fallout. In the scenic city of American Canyon, California, a sprawling 350,000 square foot facility that once served as a cornerstone of the company's regional operations and a vital source of stable employment for over 100 families has already shut its doors permanently, resulting in the immediate loss of 135 jobs and leaving a noticeable economic void in the local economy. The domino effect of these closures continues in California with the impending, widely anticipated closure of a facility in Salinas, which will see 81 more dedicated employees out of work by the end of August, further compounding the regional job losses and forcing many to seek new careers. Florida has also felt the effects acutely, with the historic Dunedin plant closing in May, a move that left 200 hardworking employees without a job and a sense of professional purpose they had known for years. Earlier in the year, a bottling center in Modesto also ceased operations, leading to 101 layoffs, setting a precedent for the subsequent closures. However, the most significant single impact from this series of closures is yet to fully materialize and is currently looming with a sense of dread and uncertainty. In Northampton, Massachusetts, a staggering 319 positions are currently in a state of limbo and profound uncertainty as a long-delayed plant closure looms on the horizon, representing the largest single hit to employment from this difficult and sweeping round of shutdowns and a potential economic blow to the community from which it may not easily recover. The core rationale behind Coca-Cola's decisive and uncompromising action is deeply rooted in a fundamental and deliberate shift in its business philosophy, one that places efficiency and automation at its absolute center. The company is aggressively embracing advanced automation, robotics, and integrated logistical systems to reduce its dependence on manual labor, a widespread trend seen across many industries as they seek to optimize production processes, minimize errors, and significantly cut costs in an increasingly competitive global market. This relentless drive for efficiency is also being influenced by complex and unpredictable external market pressures, such as the rising cost of essential raw materials and the need to remain profitable in a volatile economic climate. For instance, recent tariffs on aluminum have drastically increased the price of beverage cans, providing an additional and powerful incentive for the company to find new, innovative ways to streamline its entire supply chain and reduce its operational overhead in any way possible. The message from the corporate leadership is clear, unambiguous, and, to many, unfeeling. The very structure of the business is evolving, and facilities that no longer fit into this new, more efficient, and automated model are being systematically phased out. This is happening regardless of how long these plants have been operational or how integral they have been to their respective local economies and communities. The company is increasingly relying on external bottlers and third-party logistics providers, outsourcing significant portions of its supply chain to third-party partners to reduce its own operational footprint, shed internal complexity, and focus on its core business of marketing and brand management, a move that signals a new, less hands-on approach to its physical operations. For the nearly 900 workers and their families affected by these abrupt closures, these job losses signify a profound, painful, and often difficult transition into a future filled with economic uncertainty. For a significant number of these individuals, this marks the abrupt and unexpected end of a long-standing and stable career that provided a steady, reliable income, a sense of professional purpose, and enduring personal and financial stability. While Coca-Cola has indicated that some employees will receive comprehensive severance packages and assistance with job placement, the path forward is uncertain and fraught with challenges for a vast number of these individuals and their families who now face the daunting prospect of searching for new employment in a challenging job market. The job losses are particularly painful and impactful for the local towns that have historically relied on these facilities as a primary source of stable, well-paying employment and as an economic anchor in their local economies. For the workers packing up their lockers and leaving the plant gates for the last time, the sheer scale of a global corporation with over 950 facilities worldwide is irrelevant and meaningless. Their concern is not with global strategy but with their immediate, personal lives. What truly matters to them is the immediate, uncertain future they now face, the significant disruption to their lives and daily routines, and the devastating loss of a significant economic and social pillar of their community. This series of layoffs highlights a broader and unsettling economic trend where corporate profitability and operational efficiency, even in the complete absence of financial hardship or distress, can become the primary, and often sole, drivers for significant business decisions that have deep, lasting, and often painful impacts on individual lives and the resilience of local economies. It underscores a growing corporate mindset that prioritizes an optimized, lean, and automated supply chain over long-held employment structures and the well-being of the communities they once served, a trend that is reshaping the American workforce one closure at a time.